Hey, this is Chad with Munday Scientific and Microscope Marketplace. Today we're going to talk to you about a Nikon LV150. It's what LV150, I had to check. But a Nikon LV150. This is a materials microscope or a metallurgical microscope. It's a little bit different than what we typically do. So we wanted to go over this one and show you some of the features. This is a Nikon. It's an absolutely fantastic microscope. It's got bright field and dark field optics on there. A bright field, dark field illuminator. So I got my trusty set of Wea Allen wrenches. These are the ones that we all carry in our toolbox. These things are fantastic, and we love these wrenches. This is basically everything we need to work on most scopes, or at least to take them apart. The Nikon LV150 and most other Nikon scopes are going to use a 2mm Allen wrench. You hear me talk about the Olympus and most scopes, or most of these videos. They all use that 3mm that's built in. There's a slot on the back here, I'll show you in a moment, for a 2mm Allen wrench, which is included when we sell the scope. To take the head off, it's right here. 2mm Allen wrench, inserts there. Hold the head when you're taking it off. And then we have the head off. So this is a true 100 split to the eyepieces, 100 to the camera. We have an LV TV camera adapter on here with an insert. So you can take this insert out and change what type of camera adapter you have. This one is a 0.7, so you're going to use that on a 2/3 chip. So put that back in there. It's hard whenever you're holding it. I usually like to put everything on the table. There you go. We'll lock that in. Then we'll lock that in, that camera adapter there. Our camera, LTV camera port. We have two eyepieces. We have two focusable eyepieces, the CFI 10x by 22mm field of view. See that notched line right there? Can you see it on the camera good, Mike? That notched line? Yeah. So you see that right there? That right there, if you put that just like that, that's the best starting point. That means both eyepieces are at the 0 position. So what's important there is that's a great starting point. If you have a correction in your eye, you can rotate this and make everything parfocal the way that you see it through the microscope. Another thing, notice I was able to do that with one hand. These notches in the Nikon fit in those little cutouts right there. See how it clicks in? Once it clicks in, you can rotate the eyepieces. So we're going to put this head back on. We're going to make sure that screw is out. That flange goes under these two little posts. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then we're going to tighten that screw while keeping your hand on the head to make sure it don't fall off. Make sure it's nice and straight in the line. And then we're going to keep on moving down this scope. We have an analyzer in this scope. It fits right here in this slot. There's two click stops. You can see how it's got these grooves cut out. So you can almost hear it. See how it clicks in? So that's out, that's in. Here's your polarizer. Same thing. See it's out, it's in. This is a rotating polarizer, which is really nice. You can get some really nice contrast just with these two features. If you ever add a DIC to this microscope to do materials work, and you would need to cross the poles, line up the DIC, but in this case you have a rotatable rotatable polarizer, and you can get really nice contrast with just this setup. You have a lamp house back here. This is a 12-volt 50-watt lamp house. We'll show you how to change the bulb in just a moment. You have neutral density filters and didinium filters in here. So you can notice, show how the light's changing, Mike, as I move these filters. See how it can get darker or lighter, the colors change. So that's something really important to find what works for you, the contrast. I like a lot of the neutral density filters out, put the daylight blue filter in, and then I'll change the light to a nice crisp white look. And that's how I like to use it. Every application is different. So another thing, we have this nice 3x2 stage. So this stage moves like butter. This thing's just been serviced and lubricated. And we're going to talk about the objectives now. So I always like to lower the stage before I take the objectives off. Now that we've lowered the lowered the stage, we're going to talk about right here. There's a little hole, and you can't really see it because it's kind of dark, but this 2mm Allen wrench goes in there. Hold the objectives whenever you're loosening this. Loosen that screw, slides up, pulls down, you take the nose piece out. So you notice this is a bright field, dark field nose piece. That's for the dark field. You have TU plan fluorite, bright field, dark field, epi illumination, optics. These are killer lenses. You got a 5X, a 10X, a 20X, and a 50X. If you notice where it says D, that means it's good for bright field and dark field. D and D. So that's very important. If you don't have bright field, dark field objectives, your dark field is not going to work. So speaking of dark field, you have a bright field, dark field reflected light illuminator. Reflected light means we're going to shine the light from the lamp house. It's going to go through a mirror here, and the light's going to shine down onto the specimen. Bright field is all the way in, dark field is all the way out. We have a coarse and fine focus on this scope. So there's your coarse focus, there's your fine focus. This right here increases the torque. So if you like a stiffer knob, or you like, or if it's too loose and spinning freely on its own, which if you back this off, it should start to spin. See how it's starting to kind of drift on its own? It's because I backed that torque all the way off. We can probably make it worse. But see how it's slowly moving? You might not notice that at a 5X, but if you put it at a 50 or higher, 40, 50, even the 20, that's going to drive you insane. So if that ever happens, tighten that torque up and you're good to go. If that doesn't work, you need a microscope person to come out and do the focus mechanism. So let's put the nose piece back on. These nose pieces are tricky. They have these notches right here, so you kind of got to start a little bit further back, and you'll feel it lock in. Once it locks in, it pushes straight back. Always keep your hand on there. Now it's good to go. So that's locked in. When we ship this scope, we take this illuminator off the top and the head off. So to take this illuminator off the top, we're just going to show you how that works. I'm going to take the head back off. I'm going to show you what these screws are. Not sure if they're 3 or 4s. I think they're 3s. So right here in these holes, Mike, show that. Yeah, there's 3. So you'll take these bolts right here, and they come out, and this whole illumination piece, which is this column right here, will lift right off. So we're not going to take it off for the purpose of the video, but I did want to show you how it is and the way it works. All right, so your on and off switch is back here to cut the microscope on and off. Once it gets power, you have your rheostat here, and you also have a click stop here. So when the microscope's on and it's in the off position, this light is orange. Whenever you turn it to the on position, it turns green, and then you will get light. You see the light coming through. Let's see if we can get a little bit brighter. I got a lot of neutral density filters in there. See how the light's coming through there? All right, so we're gonna cut it off, unplug it, and the last thing I'm gonna talk to you about today is the bulb. So the bulb is 12 volt, 50 watt bulb. You're gonna thread that out. To put it back on, that top thick notch right there is gonna go to the top. You can see the cutouts. So it's kind of like a little puzzle. You can put it together. So you're gonna take your 2mm Allen wrench, which is it's gonna go right here, and this is gonna cut off. What's really cool about your wrench, you got a little wrench holder there on these microscopes. So we've got that, and then we're gonna show you how to take the lamp house off. 2mm Allen wrench goes right here in the top. Might not be 2. I don't know if you heard that, but that means we got more microscopes. Freight just showed up. I think it's 3. Yeah, it's a 3. I knew that 2 didn't feel right. So you're gonna take that off, and that's how you get the bulb out. 12 volt, 50 watt bulb. This is hot because I've been running it, but you'll press these down, pull the bulb out while not touching it, and then you'll put the new bulb in and release these 2 prongs, and you change the bulb in this microscope. And you put it back together, lock this down. It's always a great day at Munday Scientific. We get microscopes in this place daily. So freight truck's coming in, Brandon's getting the forklift out. Show them over there, Michael. Show them that we ain't lying. There we go. We're working. We're working here. We're making things happen. So that's basically it on this scope. It's very, very easy material scope to use. This is an absolutely fantastic materials microscope, the LV150 from Nikon. So if you have any questions about it, or you want to buy this scope, or you would just want to talk about it, give us a call, 919-775-5596. You can find this scope and many other microscopes at microscopemarketplace.com and info@mundaymicroscope.com, M-U-N-D-A-Y, and then microscope singular, not plural, if you want to email us. And if this video brought you value, please like and subscribe.